think I've accidentally come up with the greatest YouTube challenge ever. It sounds over the top saying it out loud, but I'm going to stick with it.
52 hours, 15,000 kilometres, 2 countries, 4 airports, 1 theme park.
It's going to be amazing! Let's go on the bed!
Oh yeah, and no jet lag. That's the part where the challenge comes in, because I've ambitiously got us early access to Universal Studios Florida. The first morning after we land in Orlando, which I absolutely should have thought a lot more carefully about, especially given there are a few places on the planet further away from Florida than our home in Canberra, Australia. Canberra doesn't have direct flights to the US, which means jumping on a little Qantas plane to Sydney, confusingly despite there being a somewhat bigger Qantas plane also going to Sydney at virtually the same time, sitting right next to us. But little plane travel has its privileges. We get to get out on the tarmac, which always feels a bit more rock star. Except the part where you lug your bags up the stairs into the domestic terminal. Because our connection to the US out of Sydney is not until the next morning. It's into a cab.
Is it good?
Eat a fancy soup.
It's good.
Oh my god, amazing, Sonny. 2.5. A 2.5?
And into a hotel for the night.
The next day.
Before waking up, jumping onto the airport shuttle and getting back to Sydney Airport's International Terminal, where there are 0 small planes and stacks of giant ones.
We're almost on the plane to... Dad, what will this plane take us to?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Breaking through the sky, success is my wings and I'm ready to fly. I won't settle for less and I'm gonna compromise. If I want it, I'ma get it, you can see it in my eyes. You can't do it like me, now I'm just built different. Making moves like me, man, I'm just built different. From the blues, you gon' see, boy, I'm just built different.
American Airlines flies direct from Sydney to LAX in about 14 hours, which is fun if you're doing it, but less so if you're watching it. So...
14 hours later.
How does it feel to be in America?
Feels amazing. Starbucks.
Now, if we were going to Disneyland, we'd be in the right neck of the woods. But we're going to Disney World and Universal Studios in Florida. So after clearing customs...
Do you know what country's flag that is over there?
American.
You got that right.
There's a bit of a wait.
So we're just waiting here. Still waiting. And waiting here until our plane arrives.
But then Indiana accidentally hits a time-lapse button on her GoPro and we're departing LAX heading to Orlando Airport, Florida.
Oh my gosh, we're here.
And just to assure you, you won't miss any of the action, this moment highlights how extensive the coverage will be. We've got Indiana's selfie cam, Connor Lane filming Indy, filming Connor.
Mum, say hi.
My wife sensibly booking an Uber.
We have Dad also over here filming the camera.
And Indiana and Connor filming me, filming out the window.
I'm really excited.
And the first big distraction is our first glimpse of Florida aboard the Orlando International Airport people movers that link the different terminals and concourses, because it's pretty big at over 11,500 acres. It's one of the biggest airports in the US with around 20 million plane loads of people taking off from here each year. But I don't know how many of them are lucky enough to arrive at the exact moment the sky looks like something out of a Disney film. There's no filter or effect on this shot. This is just the Orlando sky.
Next stop,
at sunset. Absolutely stunning. All this is still happening inside the Orlando International Airport. And I know this will be hard to believe, but we are travelling with only carry-on, which means while every other Aussie in Florida is standing at the baggage carousel,
Big lines, but good thing we're not in them.
we're off to our Uber. So this is adrenaline time. We're finally seeing the part of the world we've been researching for the past 12 months back home and asking our driver 1,000 questions about Florida life. So we've kind of forgotten about the exhaustion and the temperature. Our driver tells us it was 93 degrees earlier today, but now it's only 79. Which is way warmer than what we've come from. But we don't care. Everything we see is amazing, especially the place we're staying for the next 3 nights. The iconic Hard Rock Hotel, which not surprisingly has a lobby full of icons. Icons of the 60s and 70s, Jim Morrison and John Lennon have their murals there. Of course, modern day generational icon Taylor Swift and the King, Elvis Presley. There's rare rock memorabilia literally at every turn between the lobby and our room, and we have to remind ourselves there'll be time to check it all out later because we need to sleep sometime between now and Universal Studios o'clock tomorrow morning.
Hey girls, it's the ride guy.
And yet somehow our room is almost too awesome to waste time sleeping in. But we're going to have to because one of the benefits of our Hard Rock Hotel stay is that it comes with guest early entry into the Universal Studios parks, which means we're up super early and we need to get some serious sleep, which there is absolutely no chance of happening because...
Time to go get ready for the pool.
Well done, girls. That was their idea. That was a cool transition.
Yeah.
And the girls were 100% right. There was no way we could just go to sleep with the Hard Rock Hotel resort pool just down the hall that just happened to be screening Back to the Future next to a pool with underwater speakers so that you could still listen to the film while you were swimming. The movie that's playing on the big screen next to the pool behind us actually has the sound on underwater as well. Should we go and check it out?
Yeah.
All right, ready? 3, 2, steady.
1.
Okay, could you hear it?
Yeah, kinda.
You'll just have to trust us that we could hear the underwater speakers.
Slide. Do you want to go on the slide?
Wake up, I'm about to shake up every little thing, show you all that we can be. Come dance in my glow. Fireflies in the yard, everything's a work of art. Already got everything we need. Just dance in my glow.
In case there was any doubt, I can confirm water slides and underwater sound systems are way better than sleep. And hopefully at this point, we're exhausted enough to get a solid sleep and wake up in sync with local time and not let jet lag compromise our first day at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure.
Early the next morning,
Okay, we are going to Universal. We are almost there. I'm really excited. We just got our Starbucks and we're about to eat our breakfast. The Universal globe over there is awesome. By the way, you should never swim around in Florida unless it's a proper pool because they have alligators.
We didn't end up seeing any alligators, but Indy's right. Apparently they can be about. But we did see squirrels or chipmunks. We don't know. We don't have either of them in Australia.
It's going to be amazing. Let's go on the mess. Universal globe! The Universal globe. Such an amazing sight.
As I mentioned, we're entering the park an hour before the general public as a perk of staying at the Hard Rock Hotel. But it's not the only hotel with this benefit.
Okay, guys, let's go.
So even though we're getting in before a bunch of people, we're also getting in with a bunch of other people. But we didn't fly halfway around the world to miss a minute of Universal Studios. So we got to the park gates well before they opened. And I think we did pretty well.
Okay, it's us and the gate. Did everyone sleep all right last night?
Yeah.
Okay, so for us right now, it's in Australia.
It's nighttime.
Yeah, we'd be going to bed and be going to sleep. So hopefully we last the day and we don't get jet lag in the afternoon.
So if you're in Australia watching this video and it's daytime over there, it's going to to be nighttime over here.
Good point.
We're in the park now and we got to get to the ride. What ride is it?
Well, I don't know how. We were at the front of our line, but other people were more ready. Can you be more ready? I don't know how there's 100 people in front of us. But anyway, we're in. Let's go.
We're right. Hagrid, okay. Well, we'll see you when we get to Hagrid.
A few moments later.
Our first ride is Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. It cost Universal Studios $300 million to construct, making it the most expensive roller coaster ever built anywhere in the world. And not surprisingly, it is mind-blowingly awesome. The queue and pre-show area is an adventure in itself. From the moment you pass under the ride's stone arch entrance, make your way through the forest, enter the castle and wind through cavernous Harry Potter franchise perfect rooms, cave-like tunnels and a final boarding area beneath the most technologically advanced ceiling ever. Not something you would ever think is a thing until you're standing there watching and listening to an entire scene play out above your head with Hagrid instructing a motorbike class, I think. There was a lot going on. Universal don't let you film on this ride, but their review team, the Ride Guys, will show us what happens once we climb onto a motorbike that's attached to a roller coaster track and hang on before getting launched to 80 kilometres an hour. Universal describe it as a story coaster, and you are literally part of the story where riders join Hagrid on a Care of Magical Creatures class that goes completely wrong in the Forbidden Forest. Now, because we'd done our research, we knew there was a part where the coaster just ran out of track 65 feet in the air. But once you're on there, literally hanging on with everything flying past you at speed, the bikes revving and the sound of Hagrid talking you through the ride, I forgot about that part where the track ran out. And then as if out of nowhere,
Looks like you've lost power.
the track ran out. And this was made way more awesome by Connor Lane and I drawing the front row. This was our exact view. Anyway, wherever you're sitting, once you're going backwards, obviously you can't see what turns, drops and rises are coming up unless you've got a photographic memory of the track, which still won't do you any good because just when you think you're about to head back where you came from, the entire track with the bikes attached drops 17 feet. That's a free fall of over 5 metres down to a hidden chamber below where you connect with a whole new track and take off again. What did you think?
I loved it, but it was also real scary. I said, Mum, hold on to the handles, and then she brought her hands out because I got really scared. That was the funnest ride I've ever been on in my life.
Wow.
That was so fun.
And by the way, anyone who rides this without holding on is a way cooler customer than me, which, to be fair, wouldn't be that hard. But I was holding on for dear life and loving it. The deceptive thing about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Land is that so it looks like you're in the actual streets from the films, the buildings need to look just as they did in the films as well, which means they're covered in snow, despite the temperature being 80 degrees. And that's before 9:30 in the morning. We're actually going for a top on this day of 90 degrees. And yes, I'm absolutely using Fahrenheit because it sounds so much more dramatic. But this is Florida, America's tropical fruit paradise, and that's all we need to fuel us for our next stop, Flight of the Hippogriff.
It's a lot hotter than it looks. Oh, it's hot.
You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived without it. I'm starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the glass, dance with the take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you.
That was it.
Yes, the only disappointing thing about Flight of the Hippogriff is when it's over. Luckily, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter has a few more cards up its sleeve. Air-conditioned ones. And as amazing as Hagrid's queue experience was, I think our next ride may be even better. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey's queue experience is just that, a bona fide experience. Making our way through Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, we're not just walking through the rooms and offices we've seen of Hogwarts Castle in the films. We're seeing centuries-old portraits that are coming to life and interacting with each other, as well as encountering Dumbledore and later Harry, Ron and Hermione. The ride itself is like no other ride we've experienced, and I assume is what it would feel like if a giant robot picked us up and got us confused for an action figure. I'll leave a link to our Universal Studios Japan episode at the end if you'd like to see just how the robot arm actually works. So there is something super special we need to do at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but we'll come back because just over the bridge behind Hogwarts Castle is a land themed around one of cinema's all-time greatest franchises.
Time to go into Jurassic Park! We're in Jurassic Park. Let's do this. I want to go get soaked.
This is the exit of Jurassic Park's River Adventure. What you can't see is the 89-foot drop that sends riders' boats hurtling toward the river below, causing the world's biggest... How did you guys not get wet?
Let's stand waiting. I'm going to stand where Mum stood.
More than others.
Well, I'm going to stand where Mum stood. Now!
I've learned nothing. I've learned nothing. Well, I can't get any wetter by going on the ride. Let's go.
Come with us now to a time before man, when the river flowed through a newborn world, and giants walked the earth. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Now this is more like it. It's almost as if that boat from earlier is from an entirely different river, because this ride is proving to be quite the pleasant surprise.
Predators of their native period, ensuring long, healthy lives.
There's nothing like a relaxing boat ride. This is where Spielberg went wrong with the original Jurassic Park. Too much T-Rex based drama and not enough relaxing boat ride based scenes.
There's a tour off course in the raptor containment area. We've got to get those people out of there.
Hold on a second. He's not talking about us, is he? Why would they send us into the raptor containment area? Particularly while it had appeared they're managing some issues with the containment of the raptors. This is not looking good. Still, it looks like it was only the small dinosaurs that escaped, so...
Grab the boat before they get too far.
I don't know whose job it was to grab the boat before we went too far, but they were nowhere to be seen. Like, it wasn't even close. There wasn't a guy with a rope that was just too short. There was nothing. You know, I'm beginning to see why Jurassic Park Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World Dominion, and Jurassic World Rebirth seemed to run into some sort of problem with the dinosaurs pretty consistently. dinosaurs getting progressively bigger the higher we go? Because if that's the case, I say we turn around. What did I tell you about them getting bigger the further we went along? So anyway, everyone was thoroughly freaked out after the 85-foot drop. Not a made-up number, by the way. I was grateful. Everyone else seemed to forget pretty quickly that without the drop, the T-Rex would have probably eaten us. So you won't be surprised to learn that no one would come with me when I went on the ride for a second time. But my amazing family did stand there and wait and film to get that shot of me coming out at the bottom of the drop. Except the thing is, there's a lot of boats and they didn't know which one I was going to be on. So they kept filming and filming and filming and filming, filming and filming and filming until I escaped the T-Rex one last time. Okay, so now that the terror of Jurassic Park's 85-foot drop is out of the way, let's find an attraction less scary and less intimidating. Uh-oh. Well, we're here now anyway.
Is there big drops or small drops or any drops?
No drops that I remember.
So you remember?
When you go on an expedition to a place called Skull Island and board an old truck like this, you have to know there's a good chance something could go wrong. But that didn't make it any less shocking when one of the expedition group was snatched by some sort of prehistoric giant bat. Luckily, she was way better prepared for something like this than we were, and was able to fight off the giant bat and then stop giant swamp worms from getting us. And here, at the precise moment the giant swamp worms explode, water droplets are launched onto the truck's occupants.
We gotta save them! Again!
At least, I hope it was water.
And that's disgusting! They spat on me!
And while the truck is physically moving from scene to scene, it also rocks and lurches from side to side in complete synchronicity with the action going on around us. And there is no greater moment than when Kong jumps onto the top of our truck to get across to the other side. The movement of the truck, the impact sounds of Kong hitting the roof. This is as real as you could ever want it to get. Because if it was any more real, we would obviously be in some pretty serious danger.
Base, this is Team 1. Billy, you won't believe what just happened.
There are plenty of theme parks around the world where you can be splashed and get a bit wet. There are a lot less where you'll get drenched to the bone, because people don't really appreciate walking around the park for the rest of the day in wet clothes. Unless you're in Florida, and unless that ride happens to be Popeye and Bluto's bilge rat barges.
So why are we going on this ride?
Because we'll get soaking wet.
Because it's the only way we can think of to cool down.
So the ride, widely regarded by the world's most well-travelled theme park enthusiasts as the wettest ride anywhere ever, is nothing but good news.
Is that what you were hoping for?
And if you're thinking, well, this looks fun, but I'd still rather not get wet, I'll just wear a poncho, think again. On Popeye and Bluto's bilge rat barges, a poncho will do nothing. I know you're asking two questions. What is a bilge rat? And wettest, what about Jurassic Park earlier? We'll stick around till the end and I'll tell you what a bilge rat is. And the thing with Jurassic Park earlier, well, that wasn't technically part of the ride. That was just me not thinking about where I was standing. One thing I would do differently next time, though, is footwear. You want dry shoes and socks for the rest of the day's walking, so I'd at least bring some socks, or even better, chuck in a pair of thongs. US viewers, our thongs are your flip-flops. I'm definitely not suggesting you wear your thongs on here.
Down the white water here.
But the best part of being saturated is that the decision whether to go again straight away or not is made pretty easy because you're already drenched. We definitely went again. There are giant human dryers outside the ride, but the humidity didn't feel like it was helping stuff dry too quickly either way. So the dad tip of the day, thongs.
That was the funnest ride so far. Wait, actually, the motorcycle ride. The first ride we went on was the best ride, then the other Harry Potter ride, and then this ride.
So what's the verdict, Indiana?
10 out of all the numbers in the world.
And if you've waited all this time to learn what a bilge rat is, it's an insult of the time. Remembering Popeye's a sailor and he's about to turn 100. He first appeared in comic form in 1929, and I guess there were more sailors getting around mouthing off at one another. And so it was an insult to call a fellow sailor or pirate a bilge rat because you were probably a low-ranking crew member who worked in the dark, dirty bowels of the ship, like stokers who shoveled coal in steam-powered ships. After the earlier Jurassic Park River Adventure drop, I was struggling to find any takers to ride Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls with me because, unlike Jurassic Park's very well hidden 85-foot drop, Dudley Do-Right's equally steep and virtually as high 75-foot drop was a lot less hidden. It also probably didn't help that Indiana and Connor Lane had no idea who Dudley Do-Right was, and my explanation of him being a Canadian Mountie who had a segment on the Rocky and Bullwinkle show in the 70s, whose job was to catch his nemesis Snidely Whiplash, didn't generate any more enthusiasm. Also, Florida time, it's 2:18 in the afternoon. It's as hot and as humid as it's gonna get, and jet lag is absolutely beginning to catch up with us. But this is an opportunity to ride on board one of my earliest childhood memories, not to mention rumours of Universal potentially redeveloping this part of the park called Toon Lagoon. I guess in part because Dudley Do-Right's brand recognition may not be what it used to be with some generations. I'd have loved the full ride queue experience, but I didn't want to leave everyone waiting for a second longer than necessary, so I used my express pass, which took me down a single flight of stairs at a back entrance and straight into the cartoon logs and on to the ride. Back in 1999, this was Universal's response to Disney's world-famous Splash Mountain. And just like Splash Mountain, it's an old-school log flume ride, which comes from the contraption used in the late 1800s to transport lumber and logs down dangerous mountain trails.
These flumes, as they are called, are constructed along the slope so that the logs can easily glide their way without damage.
Then, in the 1960s, someone went, how cool would it be to ride those logs? And built the log flume rides we know and love today. In complete honesty, there seemed to be no shortage of stories of early 1900s lumberjacks and loggers at the top of the mountain doing just that to get to the bottom of the mountain more quickly. But apparently the nearly getting killed part made it an unsustainable mode of transport. So in 2020, whenever you're watching this, we won't have any of those problems. Hopefully. I love the set design so much. There's a giant Mount Rushmore of Horse, Inspector Fenwick, Nell and Dudley. I love that the cartoon millions of us grew up with has been brought into the third dimension. We are inside a Rocky and Bullwinkle segment here. I love that old school themes with really important nostalgic value to Gen Xers and baby boomers still have a place in world-class theme parks. And I love that where most log flume rides just end with a drop, Dudley Do-Right's drop turns into a coaster for a second and launches you back up into another rise. Fast. And I don't mind getting wet, as evidenced by today. And you will get wet. I don't know how the log doesn't sink because a lot of water goes into the log. Unfortunately, none of that could make up for the single roughest ride I've ever had on any ride, ever.
You know how you see those coaster videos like taken to the theme park in Russia or North Korea with the thumbnail, take your life into your own hands riding this coaster. I'm going to add Ripsaw Falls.
Here he comes, having a whinge to the camera.
You a bit wet? Was it fun?
I honestly thought at one point, I thought it had derailed.
Seriously?
Yeah, it launched and I threw my head back and I thought, oh, it's come off the tracks. And then the chain just dragged us back onto the tracks. I'm like, alright, well, this is the dumbest way I'm going to die.
I caught it just. It's so quick. You ready? You want to see it?
Yeah.
I wanted to love this ride so badly, and I still do. So in the unlikely event that I do make it to the other side of the world and it's still there, I will absolutely ride it again. Next to Toon Lagoon is Superhero Island. So obviously there are two sorts of people you're going to run into. Superheroes, of course, and super villains.
So who are you getting a photo with?
The Green Goblin.
Alright, let's go and say hi to these guys. Thank you, Dr. Doom. Thank you, Green Goblin. Whoa, that was cool. All right. They are evil, but they're good enough to have a photo with you.
And because I'd never been walking along the street when a bunch of bona fide superheroes just showed up out of nowhere, I guess I'd never thought about how cool that moment might be. Anyway, turns out it's the single coolest way you can show up anywhere.
Come and bring it all together. We're like birds of a feather. You know I got your back. We got it down like that. Yeah, 'cause two is always better.
So, when they all disband to set up for different photo ops, the pressure is on. The girls had to make the tough decision. Who do we go to? It really wasn't that tough at all. Indiana and Connor Lane love story.
We don't give in to the pressure. You and me, we find the treasure. You'll see us on the news. We're going to the moon. Yeah, we're ready for whatever.
So at this stage, there was really only one superhero left on Superhero Island we needed to see. We just had to follow the queue that winds through the offices of the Daily Bugle in all its 80s awesomeness. Sometimes you get lucky with queue wait times, and this was absolutely our lucky day, except without anyone in front of us for us to follow, and because we were focused on watching the pre-show cartoon, we did end up leading everyone behind us the wrong way.
Oh, taking us the wrong way. Sorry, everybody. You were too traffic. Sorry.
Sorry, America. We got too into it. and we got distracted. Anyway, once we'd popped our 3D glasses on and boarded the scoop, it quickly became apparent how serious this situation was. Because the Statue of Liberty was just floating in the air above our heads, which I think understandably also distracted us, and the villain spotted us.
Hey, what's going on? What was that?
The 3D glasses combined with our ride vehicle reacting and moving at the precise time that a villain jumps onto it is thrilling. It feels like we are absolutely under attack.
So much for being careful.
And in case the whole thing's not immersive enough, cue water spray in 3, 2, 1. That cartoon playing out on the TV screens throughout the Daily Bugle before explained that Dr. Octopus and a bunch of his villain mates have taken over New York thanks to his new anti-gravity cannon, which they've used to steal the Statue of Liberty, which they'll destroy if the city doesn't surrender to them. Oh, and get ready for this next bit. Obviously today, because of the heat, every time we're sprayed by water, it's welcome relief. So before, when Hydro sprayed us, it was amazing. But this is the one time we're happy with the heat, because this is a real fireball. The scale of this ride is off the charts. It covers an area of over 65,000 square feet. That's over 6,000 square metres. The ride vehicle moves you around and physically places you in so many different scenes that it really feels like going between different locations in New York. But it's a whole lot more than mammoth set design and giant screens. This ride was a revolution when it first opened in 1999, and maybe even more unbelievably, is still super immersive, which is why we rode it another 2 times.
It's too cold in here.
That and the fact the air conditioning allowed us to escape the height of the day's Florida heat.
Guess that wraps things up. You guys did all right. Don't give up your day job. Say cheese. See you later.
With that in mind, we headed back to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for 2 important reasons. The first reason, wands. Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, where we'll visit tomorrow at Universal's neighbouring park, are full of special spots where you can cast spells with your wand and get magical results. Surprisingly, the hardest part isn't the magic, and more so the choosing of the wand, because there are a lot of wands. Fortunately, when the choosing of the wand gets too hard, there is a solution. And our second reason for returning to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ollivanders' Wand Experience, where the wand chooses the wizard. The only potential problem here, however, is that of the entire group welcomed into the Wand Keeper's quarters at scheduled times, only one person gets chosen to be part of the performance.
You are here to be fitted for your wand. Oh, yes. What is your name? Connor? Here we come. Come, yes.
So far, so lucky for Connor Lane. But will the wand choose the wizard?
No 2 Ollivander wands are the same. Yes.
The Wand Keeper then performs a number of tests and challenges in an effort to pair the young wizard with the wand they're destined for.
Now focus on one box and say, Descendo.
Descender.
Oh, well, that's not what we wanted. It has been known to those of us who have studied wand lore that the wand chooses the wizard, though it's not always clear why.
The Universal cast members who take on these roles are fantastic actors. The amazing story writers, set construction, lighting, and sound design create incredible, authentic environments. But without the skill and enthusiasm of cast members like our Wand Keeper, we'd never get that feeling that we were part of a scene from a Harry Potter film.
Not to worry. Your wand will find you. I wonder... Perfect fit. Chester is also drawn to those who are skilled in herbology and have a natural talent for working with magical beasts.
And just like that, the hard part of choosing a wand is solved by the wand that chose the wizard. Important note, if you want to keep the wand, you do have to pay for it, but whether you go with the one that chose you or the one that you chose, ultimately, you're casting spells and creating magic on the streets of Hogsmeade.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Another important note, there isn't a spell for cooling down the day. And there isn't a spell for making jet lag disappear. It's 6 p.m. We've done 10 hours straight in the park, which I think is a great achievement. However, we are tapping out.
All right, well, jet lag has kicked in.
What's jet lag?
Jet lag is what you have when... Jet lag is what you have when you're used to being awake.
We're currently experiencing jet lag related difficulties. The Girl Dad channel will be right back.
Jet lag is what you have when you're used to being asleep, but you're awake, right? So
all right, I think we'll leave that there. The inability to explain jet lag due to the effects of jet lag illustrates jet lag perfectly. And we have another entire Universal Studios park to see and another early entry pass tomorrow. That's right, there's another whole one of these next door to this one with more rides, attractions and experiences we can't wait to explore. So if you want to come along with us, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so we can let you know when it's ready. And if you like this video, we'd really, really appreciate it if you hit the like button. And to give you an extra minute to do that, here's the part of the day we haven't shown you yet because it just seemed like a fun note to end the episode on.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna around now. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna now and turn around now. I just wanna turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance.
And if you've ever wondered what Universal Studios in Japan is like, just watch this video on the screen to find out.